Hello there, Year 6 artists. Here we are finishing off our Pandora project, our modern day Pandora, inspired by the artist PichiAvo. And so we're going to be adding all our graffiti to the background of our picture today, of our drawing. We're going to be adding words, the evils that came out of Pandora's box, to our drawing. So have a look back at the sketches and ideas that you did on the fonts of the graffiti art, and you start drawing this on. So I'm just starting with the word hate drawn over, and you do draw over your Pandora, but you do it very, very lightly, okay? I think I made a mistake here because I used graphite stick, and I'll explain why later. I think you're better off using a biro, but you don't press too hard. You just press very lightly to begin with, and I want you to use at least 3 different words. You can do it in any size font you want. You can do loads of words or just a few, and then we're going to add colour. So talking of colour, you could go with your very strong hot colours like the Dante's Pandora, the first version, or very cool colours like his later version, or you could have a mixture of both. It's entirely up to you. I'm doing some nice cool colours to begin with, and you just start very lightly. You just start very lightly adding the colour because you're going to make it much deeper and stronger in the background. But actually when you're drawing over Pandora, you want to keep it very light. Let's have a look again at the PichiAvo. So you can definitely see the figure there, but she's still written over and drawn over. You want to make sure you can still see her. So the colours need to be stronger in the background. You can do things like what I'm doing here, of using some white first, layering that on, and then adding a darker colour on the top. Or you could do that with any lighter colour with a darker colour on the top, maybe a yellow or something pale. And can you see it's very little colour, but it all smudges nicely. And I might want to build that up a bit more later, but for the moment that's fine, just adding layers of colour. That's it. And what I want you to do is just sort of think about what are the important words you want to use. So I used hate, war and rage. You can choose whatever you think fits best. This is where I use the oil pastels, which are great. The trouble is because I use graphite, they got a bit dirty, the colours, because the graphite actually smudged in as well. So that's why I said I didn't think it was a great idea using graphite, and I think you should just use biro instead. Okay, I think I'm going to actually not do much more to mine because it's not about my art, it's about yours. What I will say is if you feel that Pandora's disappearing at all, you can always draw back over her. Graphite stick's actually good for this bit to make her pop out a bit more, or biro, or the drawing pen. Bear in mind, when you're drawing over the oil pastels, that's a bit harder and you'll definitely want to use biro. So there we go, that will do us. You're going to do loads more in the background. You're going to build up your colours a lot more behind her, but that will do for me. And we can just get a bit of detail there. Can you see how she's covered in the colour but very pale? Can you see that on the PichiAvo? That's the one. Okay, everyone. Yep, that's all I'm going to show you of mine. You have lots of fun with yours. Really build up those colours. You've learned how to use oils and chalk pastels. You've learned how to use graphite stick, biro and fine liner. Have fun.